Number one, thank you for the MOU, giving a one-time non-recurring supplement to the ESPs we represent. But I am curious as to why the exact same $500 is being proposed for the other bargaining units. Make no mistake, we want them to get whatever you think they're worth, but did they meet to negotiate? Because I did not see an MOU on them. And at the very least, can we publicly acknowledge that OCEA's advocating for our members has benefited all the bargaining units? Can we do that? No? You could do that. Number two, inflation impacts us all. Rising costs negatively impact the people at the lower end of the pay scale a lot more, I think. And in these trying times, why would we decide to give the same $500 to someone who's making $63,000 a year and someone who's making $23,000 a year? Not that we want to take money out of administrators' pockets, but who do you think that $500 is going to mean the most to? And in which household could that $500 mean the difference between a car repair or food on the table or clothes? Who probably needs it more? So please support the people who support our students who are your children.
I want to continue advocating for these girls after the last school board meeting. Not one administrator met up with these girls after the last school board meeting. I have a problem with that because why would these girls come to you as school board members and nothing be addressed? Oh, I'm gonna take care of the situation. Thank you for being brave. No comment. Okay, next. There's also a process that we keep continuing and it's not working. The process keeps going in circles and it keeps going in circles. Where are we getting from here? We're getting nowhere. And Mr. Kroppenmacher.
Yes.
I've emailed you, this is not to make direct, I've emailed you making a complaint and filing a complaint. According to Rule 2.70, you haven't got back with me on my complaint, and I've emailed you 3 times.
I have not seen it, sir, but if
Well,
you'll
well,
send
let's
it
get
while
to
you're
it.
here, I'll.
After that, and on the behalf of Miss Howard, Shontia Howard, she is planning to sue the school district with a civil lawsuit. But the evidence that she has, it's enough to bring this whole school board down. I'm gonna be honest. It's ridiculous of how much she reported. And she even came to the school board to address that her and her daughter has been threatened with guns, and nothing has been addressed. Do you know how far this is going? Guns, really? We're a school board. Every chance, every child, is that just the saying, or are we gonna actually address the situation before someone gets hurt? A student.
In light of Teacher Appreciation Week, and I just want to let everybody know that my son, Bobby Boussier, has been in the school district since VPK, ESE at Thacker with Terry Estee. And he is autistic, has a form of cerebral palsy, seizure disorder, and he can be a handful. And there has been literal blood, sweat, and tears. Not the fault of any school personnel. My son has been difficult to deal with over the years. The last year and a half has been great. But I want to recognize some of the people that have helped throughout the years. And I can't thank them enough. And going back to his first aide that I recall, Delilah Leone at Flora Ridge Elementary, wonderful lady, wonderful. She worked with Bobby so well, so appreciative. And then at Kissimmee Middle School, Gary Whedon, the principal at the time, Eugenio Rolando, who's currently the principal, again, have been through a lot with Bobby, and they've just been so helpful. So I just want to recognize them for
As
that.
we all know, COVID relief was used to promote CRT. Those funds went right into promoting CRT. And I'm not happy about that, and I hope you're not either. What CRT has done, and it racially divided and brainwashed our little students. And a lot of people say, well, there's so many people up here that come and talk, and they have no business here because they don't have children in school. Well, I have a granddaughter, and I had a grandson in Osceola educational system. My granddaughter had private school until she was of high school age. And then we convinced my daughter to send her to a public school, which my daughter had 100% against. But what had happened, there was a dual enrollment program in Toho High. Brand new school, beautiful school, the concept of it was amazing. But unfortunately, this program, and I'm going to read from a letter from you all, okay? It said, "We appreciate your patience to extend to the school and the district through many challenges this dual enrollment nursing program. The lack of consent for nursing instructors and challenges of the pandemic has caused us to cancel this program." Well, I say at this time, you are the guardian, may I say, of our children. You instruct your teachers, and we have wonderful teachers out there. But you failed her in her education. She has given 3 years of her life to a program that you people have offered her and now pulled the rug from underneath her. And you know what? She isn't even getting a credit for it. So that's 3 years of a child that had the education behind her, had the foresight to know that she wanted to become a nurse, entered into this program, and getting 0 credits for it.
I am going to read from my wisdom mentor, Mike Murdoch, who wrote the following about children. "A child is a gift from God. Lo, children are an inheritance, a heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. As arrows are in the hand of a mighty man, so are children of the youth." Psalms 127, 3 and 4. Children listen. Children observe. Children absorb. They are like containers. In their ears, we deposit faith or fear, victory or defeat, motivation or depression. Unfortunately, in their early years, they are unable to push the reject button when error is introduced. Children learn through you, through me, through the teachers. Our children learn to laugh or criticize, rebel or cooperate, take or give. We stand at their crossroads. We are their signposts. We are their source of education, even in spiritual things. Big job, big responsibility. And just to be clear, the record about, to clear a record that has been going around, which is a lie, that those of us that speak or that oppose pornographic books in our school libraries, that we are outsiders. That's a lie. I'm a grandparent, and I live in Osceola, and when I come here, I represent my community, 7 of them.
I want to thank the board, the leadership team, for this opportunity to speak tonight at your meeting, specifically on the topic of book banning, an issue that seems to have become a hot topic. And thank you for allowing me to read this in the hopes of quieting my somewhat anxious nerves. As a parent, grandparent, and former Osceola County School District employee, I was a teacher and a program specialist. I'm appearing tonight, uncomfortable to be sure, but to speak in opposition to what appears to be a rush to judgment in banning some books. I fear that this could be the beginning of what might be considered a slippery slope. As is often the case with topics of intense interest, emotions can become inflamed. I feel rather passionately about what seems to be a rush to judgment with demands that books be banned when a segment of our citizenry object to the subject matter or certain language contained within the challenged books. To be sure, having read some of the questioned passages, I can understand that some parents would want to shield their children from such topics or language. That is their right of freedom I do not question or challenge. However, that right, that freedom, must end when it bumps up against the rights and freedoms of those who have a different opinion of those very same subjects or phrases contained within those very same maligned pieces of literature. Having reviewed the school district's in-place policies and procedures regarding potentially objectionable material, it seems that demands for removal, especially immediate removal, is unnecessary. There's a process in place to review and assess materials in question. In addition,